class. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Good. So today we're going to be talking about annotating for deeper meaning. Now this is a very important lesson in the study of English literature. But before we actually do any annotating, I want to talk about what I mean when I say deeper meaning or annotation. So when we talk about deeper meaning, we're thinking about why we read books in English class at all. And the answer is that good literature not only has good stories, it also has deeper ideas that can change the way that we think about different things. And annotation is a tool that we use to get at this deeper meaning. It's a fancy way of saying picking up your pencil and marking details that stand out to you, that you think are important. So there are a wide range of details that you could look for in a passage, but the most basic kind is diction or language, the words in the text. So you would ask yourself, what kinds of words do I see in this passage? And how can I group them together? So in order to do this, I wanted to take this passage from Peter Pan and look at it together. So, can you read this for us, Tricia?
Yeah. Mrs. Darling first heard of Peter when she was tidying up her children's minds. It is the nightly custom of every good mother, after her children are asleep, to rummage in their minds and put things straight for next morning, repacking into their proper places the many articles that have wandered during the day. When you wake in the morning, the naughtiness and evil passions with which you went to bed have been folded up small and placed at the bottom of our minds.
Okay, so when I'm looking at this passage, a couple of words stand out to me. We're talking about children's minds, but there's a bunch of words that have to do with organizing laundry. For example, tidying up, or rummage, or repacking, or folded up. And then there's also language that has to do with this idea of good and bad. So we have this good mother, and then we also have naughtiness and evil passions. So already we have a bunch of different observations, but we've grouped them into more meaningful categories, and that'll help us think about the passage later on. Any questions on that? Okay. So now I want to do a passage together so that you can kind of get a feel for what it's like to find the details and group them. So Jillian, can you read this for us?
I don't know whether you've ever seen a map of a person's mind. There are zigzag lines on it, just like your temperature on a card. And these are probably roads in the island. For the Neverland is an island with astonishing splashes of color and coral reefs and caves. On these magic shores, children of play are forever beaching. We too have been there. We can hear the sound of the surf, though we shall land no more.
Okay, so what kinds of words stand out to you guys? Just shout it out and I'll circle it.
Map.
Okay, map, good. Any others?
Zigzag?
Good. So already we have a category that's coming out of these. I think I'd like to add roads. So now we have a group of traveling and geography. Any other kinds of words?
Island?
Island, very good.
Coral reefs.
Coral reefs, good. Any others?
Caves.
Caves, very good. So who can tell me how these three words relate to each other?
Nature.
Yes, exactly. They all have to do with nature. Now I'm going to give you a category and then you can tell me if you see words related to that. How about sight or hearing?
Color.
Color, very good. So splashes of color, right? Any others?
Sound.
Sound of the surf, very good. So again, we have different observations, but we've grouped them into meaningful categories, and that'll help us think of the passage in the future. Any questions on that? Okay, thumbs up if you get it. Okay, this will all be very important later on when we get more advanced in our literary study. So to end this lesson, I have a cheer for us, so that when you go home and you start reading the text that we'll be studying, you can remember why it's important to annotate, why you're doing it at all, right? So I've written the words here, and there are also actions that I'd like us to do. So I'll do it myself first, and then we can do it together. Okay? So don't know the meaning, shed no tears, notice what you notice, and have no fears. Okay? Think you can do that? Okay, let's do it together. Don't know the meaning, shed no tears, notice what you notice, and have no fears. Thank you. Awesome.